Now that's a great segue for our Chakotay's Odyssey featuring the adventures of Janeway. This was Season 2, Episode 13. It's called Prototype.
Yeah?
It's not good.
Oh.
Don't watch this episode, okay? This focuses mainly on one character again, and this time it's a B'Elanna episode. Anyway, it ain't good. So, it starts off, things are in black and white. Something's floating out in space, and you're seeing its viewpoint. Yeah. It's in black and white, and it keeps breaking up like old video footage on film. And what happens is it gets beamed on board, and then the three of them, B'Elanna is there with Captain Janeway there, and the voice of reason there is Tuvok.
But they beamed it on their ship, something they didn't know what it was.
Yeah, so they beamed it in.
God, they do the really dumb things.
Now, I don't know if they scanned it first or not.
Well, their scanners never
But
work.
they beam it in, they're looking at it, so you just see the three of them looking at it in black and white. And they're in the... Yeah, and so Tuvok's like, we should do this and do this and do this. And so B'Elanna's, I want to move this to engineering, see if I can reactivate it, because the battery is dying on it.
That sounds like a good idea.
So what it is, it's this artificial life form. It's a robot, okay? It's an artificial life form.
These smart computers that
what are those things from the Orville? Isaac there. The Kazon?
Yeah, the Kazon. No, not the
No, Kazon is the people they're fighting with.
Voyager, yeah, Kalon.
Kalon.
Yeah.
Very different. So anyway, and it's a robot, and it looks like crap. It's really crappy TV budget. Look at this thing.
Oh God.
Yeah, it looks
like something from the original series.
It looks like a mannequin thing. Oh man, it looks so bad. She becomes obsessed with reactivating this thing.
That's a dangerous thing to do. Haven't they already learned that this is dangerous?
So she becomes obsessed with reactivating it, and it kind of goes through. It goes through each of the characters. I believe we see every character of this episode. At one point, she can't sleep, so she wakes up and runs to the sick bay in her pajamas, which are some really elaborate pajamas, to go talk to the doctor for some reason. I can't even remember what she talks to him about. And another point, she can't stay. She's staying up late, so she's in the mess hall. And then Neelix comes to give her some advice because he's got like an hour before he's got to serve breakfast, so he's up at like 4 a.m. or something. And okay, so she reactivates the thing and changes around its power source so she can inject plasma into it.
It's evil, right?
It's just this weird robot life form, and what happens is they send it back to its ship. They track down its ship, and he at this unit, it's called Automated Unit 3947. Great name. So it asked B'Elanna to help him because they can't reproduce and their power sources are gonna deplete, and then their automated species are gonna go extinct, even though they're just robots, right?
But if you give them the chance to replicate, then they'll take over the universe.
So B'Elanna asked Janeway, "Can I do this?" No. Prime Directive. Once again, her and Chakotay. I don't know if
that's called the Prime Directive. That's just called common sense.
No, she's using Prime Directive. Her and Chakotay are very loosey-goosey with the Prime Directive, but this one, it's a hard no. Okay, we'll take him back to his people and then beam him back, right? Well, before they can beam him back, he abducts B'Elanna and beams back with her and takes her hostage so that she can make a prototype, which is the name of the episode, Prototype, right?
Okay.
So...
And you think she has the brains to do this?
Yeah.
Why can't they do it? They're like super...
Exactly, right? And that was Janeway's argument. So what happens is she builds the prototype because she's forced to, and she's holding them hostage. And Janeway and Chakotay, they're not having this at all, okay? They're trying to talk to them, and then finally they're like, okay, fine, we're attacking them. So they attack them, and they completely get their asses kicked, okay? And then their ship is just adrift. Their shields are gone, their propulsion, their warp core is down. They're just adrift with minimal life support, and they got to repair. Even though the ship still looks perfect.
Had just had a failsafe programmed into it. Would not have made more sense.
Well, that's what they have in these robots so that they can't do that, so they can't keep living.
She could have done that.
So what happens is, so he thinks that at the beginning, this robot thinks she's one of the builders that made them.
Yeah, it sounds like the
which
replicators.
which the builders died off in a war decades ago, right?
It sounds like the replicators in Stargate Atlantis.
So anyway, she builds the prototype,
They
and then there's a new
that.
robot that has a new power source so that they
Right.
can create more of themselves, right? But before anything else, but then suddenly another ship busts in. And so you get another one of these robots comes on screen, but it's gold, right? It's telling Voyager, get the hell out of here, okay? And Janeway's like, yeah, we would, but our crewmen's on that ship, and we got to get him back. Otherwise, we don't care, because the two ships are fighting with each other.
Right, because those are the gold guys. They're
the gold guys against these crappy-looking silver guys. Anyway, and what B'Elanna finds out is that 2 planets made these units to war with each other.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to fight each other, so they made these units.
Got out of hand.
So what happened is both these planets of these aliens, they're both extinct. Because the robots killed them, because they came to a peace agreement, and the robots said, no, we're not doing that, and they just killed them.
Right.
And now they're still fighting with each other, so B'Elanna has to destroy the prototype, get back to Voyager, which, I don't know, super sciencing it up there, right? I think Paris has like 2 lines in it. He's just barely in it. Kes shows up like once, and she doesn't look very good. She looks very like anorexic. Anorexic. She looks really tiny, and like she's been starving herself because she's been away the past 2 episodes.
She has to wear these tight outfits all the time.
So these robots are evil because they killed their makers, and now they're just warring with each other until they go extinct.
Exactly.
So so B'Elanna gets away, and Voyager finally repairs themselves so they can leave, and they're like, screw this, and they just leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, let them kill each other.
Right. So Stargate Atlantis stole a little bit of that kind of story for their replicator story.
Anyway,
but they did it better.
This episode, season 2, episode 13, called Prototype, don't watch it. Okay, that's the best advice I can give you. But if you enjoyed our Chakotay's Odyssey, give us a thumbs up, please. We'd appreciate that. It helps us out. And you can always subscribe so you get more episodes of Chakotay's Odyssey featuring the adventures of Janeway.
Thank you.